whose contribution to the evolution of our law and our society has been so immense. First as a lawyer, and then as a judge, Justice Kaul has left our community richer than when he first found it. Brother Kaul belongs to Kashmir, a part of India known for its pristine beauty and culture. Tourists believe that the rivers in the valley sing as they flow. Kashmiris are innately known for their wisdom and scholarship. And that is why the first thing which strikes a tourist who goes to Kashmir is this very famous saying, Ghar Firdaus bar way zameen has, zameen asto, ameen asto, ameen asto. Sanjay in Mahabharata could see things far beyond the vision of anyone else. He was a blessed soul, and so is my brother Sanjay. He used his unmatched vision for the good of his people. Justice Kaul follows in the fine tradition of many public-spirited Kauls. His great-grandfather, his great-great-grandfather, Raja Suresh Kishan Kaul, was a revenue minister in the Regency Council of the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. His great-grandfather, Raja Daya Kishan Kaul, was a diplomat who served as the finance minister of Kashmir. His grandfather, Raja Upendra Kishan Kaul, was a distinguished public servant. His father, lawyer Manmohan Kishan Kaul, was a highly regarded member of the Delhi Bar. So as they say, Justice Kaul has it in his genes. Justice Kaul and I go back a long way. We first met in the hallowed halls of St. Stephen's College in 1976. We were the first post-emergency batch, soon after the emergency. And we were students in pursuit of a BA Honours in Economics. Over classes, countless conversations in the canteen, and a shared love of theatre, we became close friends. 3 years later, we once again found ourselves side by side in the Campus Law Center of Delhi University. In those days, Sanjay had a red-colored standard Herald car. Honestly, he could have done with a car more suited to his size, but it reflects the ethos of his personality. Sanjay was very copious in his notes at Law College, but something which stood him apart was his notes were highly in demand, though I was also regarded as fairly padaku in those days. But Sanjay would never never have the notes in an exercise book, because he always feared that if somebody took the exercise book and never returned it, there was no switch for specific performance which he could or for the delivery of possession. So he would file his notes by the class, and if somebody asked him for notes, he'd say, "Tell me which class you bunked." And he would pull out just that page of the notes and give it to the friend, only to be returned the next day. Sanjay contested the elections to the student union, and we took it upon ourselves to be his ardent supporters. Me, being the most academically oriented, was assigned a task of drafting the manifesto for Sanjay's election. Unfortunately, Sanjay met with a very serious accident during the course of that election. For a moment, all of us mischievous students thought that we will get the benefit of some sympathy vote. But that was not to be. We are lucky that Justice Kaul chose the law. It hadn't always been his plan. His love for travel had him dreaming of the Indian Foreign Service. Until thankfully, former Chief Justice, Justice B.N. Kripal, one of the nation's leading lawyers at the time, convinced him to join the profession. We have benefited richly from his decision to join our ranks. Justice Kaul enrolled as an advocate with the Bar Council of Delhi in 1982. In his 2 decades-long practice, he argued a wide range of civil, commercial, and writ matters before the High Court of Delhi and the Supreme Court. He was an advocate on record of the Supreme Court from 1987 to 1999, when he was designated as a senior. His career as a judge of the Delhi High Court began in 2001. He was later appointed Chief Justice of the Punjab and Haryana High Court in 2013 and Chief Justice of the Madras High Court in 2014. His popularity both in Chandigarh and in Madras is legion. Tomorrow he proceeds to Chandigarh to receive the felicitations of his colleagues from the High Court of Punjab and Haryana. The number of judges from Madras who came to Delhi to be with him at his farewell lunch is just a tribute to his popularity. During his career as a High Court judge, Justice Kaul authored several notable judgments. Each of these judgments reflects his prudence, his sensitivity, and steadfast loyalty to the values of our Constitution. In Maqbool Fida Hussain versus Rajkumar Pandey in 2008, where M.F. Hussein's painting Bharat Mata was challenged as obscene, Justice Kaul passionately defended artistic freedom. He quoted from Pablo Picasso, who famously said, "Art is never chaste. It ought to be forbidden to ignorant innocents, never allowed into contact with those not sufficiently prepared. Yes, art is dangerous. Where it is chaste, it is not art." In S. Tamil Selvan versus Government of Tamil Nadu in 2016, Justice Kaul upheld the freedom of expression of Tamil writer Perumal Murugan, who was charged with offending the moral and religious sensitivities of the public. Justice Kaul held that a publication should not be judged by the standards of the insensitive, who see obscenity in everything. He concluded his judgment by stating, "Let the author be resurrected to what he is best at, writing." In his time as Chief Justice of the High Court of Punjab and Haryana and of the High Court of Madras, Justice Kaul proved not only a fine judge but an able administrator. He filled vacancies, reduced dependency, and inspired the smooth functioning of his charges, the judges themselves. He undertook extensive restoration of the heritage buildings of the Madras High Court, including the court halls and the great portrait gallery, and took steps to digitize old books and manuscripts at the Judges' Library. He also started a digitization drive to digitize landmark pleadings and judgments at the High Court's record section. In 2017, Justice Kaul was elevated to the Supreme Court. We were just saying to each other as we were leaving the lounge yesterday how time has flown. In his 6 years at the High Court, at the highest court, he has left an indelible mark on the legal landscape of our nation. He has brought to the bench a unique blend of wisdom, compassion, and an unwavering commitment to justice. He has made every effort to help the litigant through the trials of the legal process. His genial temperament, patience, and positive disposition made him popular among the bar. His care and kindness towards his law clerks and his support staff made him a pleasure to work with. Justice Kaul has been a part of several important cases. We've been there together, including the 9-judge Constitution bench in Justice K.S. Puttaswamy versus Union of India, where we upheld not only the right to privacy as a fundamental right, but addressed the various challenges posed to privacy by technological advancement in our age. In the Bar Council of India versus Boni FOI Law College, Justice Kaul emphasized the need for education reforms in legal studies and the imperative to strengthen the services provided by bar councils in order to establish a robust and efficient legal ecosystem. Justice Kaul's multifaceted contributions extend beyond the courtroom. As the executive chairperson of the National Legal Services Authority, he faced the challenging issue of the delayed release of individuals who had already been granted bail. Responding to this problem, he has been a key proponent and driver of the development of a technological system to ensure the immediate release of a person after bail is granted. This is a testament to his commitment to fairness and efficiency. whether it is in terms of strengthening the legal aid defense council system, or the setting up of the helpline, or the recently concluded international conference, the imprint of Justice Paul is large in the institution of NASA. I was privileged to be in the collision with Justice Paul, not just during my tenure over the last 1 year, but even before that. The one thing which I'd like to share with you was the utmost candor with which we connected, but yet always in a spirit of friendship. Never was there a harsh word expressed, so there were strong viewpoints. Never was there a disagreement to the point that we would not allow the institution to function. We were able to resolve everything with the sense of highest cooperation, with a sense of camaraderie, and with the assessment that we are all here to serve the institution until we pass the baton on to our successors. Therefore, Sanjay, I would like to publicly thank you for your immense cooperation as a member of the collision. Brother Paul, your journey has been one marked by integrity, intellect, and a deep sense of justice. On behalf of the entire legal fraternity, I extend my heartfelt gratitude for your exemplary service. I will always cherish the great memories that I shared with you both on and off the bench. May the next chapter of your life be as enriching and fulfilling as the one you leave behind. Justice Cole recently ended his judgment by quoting Bon Jovi, a favorite of mine too. Today I will take a leaf out of his book and conclude my speech with a few lines from Green Day's Time of Your Life. And the song goes like this. I'm not going to impose the burden of trying to sing it for you, but I can certainly recite it for you. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. It's something unpredictable, but in the end, it's all right. I hope you had the time of your life.